Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. Georgia Beer Reviews back at you today with another one. And what I'm looking at is a beer from Pontoon Brewing Company of Sandy Springs, Georgia, one of my favorite Georgia breweries. This is OK Zoomer. It is classified on the label as an Imperial dry hopped Pilsner with Enigma and Barbe Rouge hops. It clocks in at 7.7% alcohol by volume, 54 IBUs. All right. Kind of a cool label there. Just different characters, like a Brady Bunch configuration of characters there on the label. Anyway, they always have cool can art, I think, Pontoon Brewing Company. So let's go ahead and get into this beer. An Imperial Pilsner, a malt liquor. Imperial Pilsner is not really a recognized style. Had to pour it quick there. As soon as I opened it, the head started foaming over the top of the opening there. And as you can see, it's quite an active beer. Looks like a Pilsner or lager in the glass there. It's actually clear. It looks slightly hazy, but that's just from the chill there. It's a nice golden color, lots of streaming bubbles going up the glass. Obviously, it poured with about a 3.5 finger white frothy head, which is starting to settle down a little bit. Pontoon Brewing Company, they are starting to expand their distribution. And the reason I know this is because my good buddies Brandon and Trish up in the Boston area, Craft Beer Pours and Keep Sippin', both YouTube buddies of mine, they are able to get Pontoon Brewing Company beers now. As a matter of fact, they bought one of the pumpkin beers from them recently, and we're sharing it out. So they can get their beers up there now. I'd be interested to do a little bit more research and see just how many states Pontoon Brewing Company now distributes to. They're obviously doing very well, and they make a lot of dynamite beers. I'm very excited to try this one. Let's go ahead and see if we can top this off. All right, there we go. Nice looking head there, kind of going over the top of the glass a little bit. Of course, I've already talked about the appearance. Let's get an aroma on this. Ooh, okay. I'm getting a lot of grassy and herbal hop notes on the aroma. Much like you would get with a Euro lager. Very nice hop character with this. A little earthiness to it as well. Some nice white bread notes. The hops are really the star of the show with the aroma. Definitely getting those really nice earthy, herbal, and grassy hop notes. I'm not too familiar with Barbe Rouge hops. I am familiar with Enigma hops, but Barbe Rouge, not really familiar with those. A slight citrus note as well on the aroma, like a lemony citrus note. It smells like it's going to be a delightful Pilsner beer. I'm not picking up on any alcohol. 7.7. That's getting up there for a Pilsner. I mean, they do classify it as an Imperial Pilsner, but the BJCP, there is no such classification. But I guess when you're brewing your own beers, you can call it whatever the heck you want. It is an Imperial beer at 7.7. But really, I guess if you're looking at the guidelines, it would probably fall into the malt liquor category. It smells wonderful, so without further ado, let's get into this brew. Cheers. Man. Those hop notes are coming through first and foremost. You're getting the grassy hop character and a little bit of that lemon citrus. It leads into a nice bready note in the middle of the sip. Just ever so slightly toasted white bread notes. The body is light at 7.7. It's crisp. It's clean. The carbonation is medium. The mouthfeel is very velvety smooth. No alcohol presence whatsoever. 7.7%. Are you kidding me? And being that this is a Pilsner, there's really not, other than the hops, there's really not a lot of stuff that could mask the alcohol. But yet here we are, and the alcohol is masked to perfection. No ABV, no alcohol presence whatsoever. Super smooth and refreshing, crisp, clean, dry finish, which is very inviting. Makes you want to go right back in for another sip. The grassy hop notes are really nice. I'm not getting so much of the herbal notes that I was picking up on the nose, but the grassy hop notes are there, and there is like a little bit of an earthy note to it as well from the hops. It's not a super bitter beer. It is getting up there with the IBUs, though. What did I say? It was 54 IBUs, so that's getting up there. It does have a little bit of bitterness on the back end to kind of round it out, but I'm getting a lot of hop character without all of the hop bitterness that is associated with it. So a lot of hop character, not a ton of hop bitterness. It does have a little bit of bitterness on the back end to kind of balance out the nice. I wanted to say malt forward presentation, but it's really not a malt forward presentation. It's a hop forward presentation with a malty center with that nice bready center, and then it goes back to the hops on the finish. So a ton of hop complexity, but not a ton of hop bitterness, which is really nice. Like I said, the alcohol is masked exceptionally well. You could just chug this down. Super smooth, refreshing, crisp, dry, and relatively sessionable for such a high ABV product. I am going to go ahead and give this a 97. A 97 out of 100. This is an excellent, excellent product, getting up there towards world class for a Pilsner, a craft Pilsner at 7.7%. We're talking malt liquor um, range here, guys. So a wonderful beer. I highly recommend that you try it if you can find it in your area. Like I said, the distribution for Pontoon Brewing continues to expand. They make excellent, excellent beers. I have not been disappointed with anything that they put out. So 97 out of 100 for the OK Zoomer Imperial Dry Hopped Pilsner. That'll do it for this beer review, guys. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. And until next time, everybody, cheers.